Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host Ryan from PW Classic, and we have today the WWE 2016 Draft, where you're going to find out who goes to Raw, who goes to SmackDown. Each brand gets 10 superstars, 5 women, and 3 NXT call-ups, with the exception of the women, where they will be able to pull up any female superstar at any time throughout the duration of this draft. It's going to be a good one, folks, so stay tuned for the WWE 2016 Draft. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to announce who was the number 1 draft pick for Monday Night Raw here in the draft. Let's get a drum roll right now. Here we go, we got that drum roll, it's going right now. The number 1 pick for Monday Night Raw here in the draft was Roman Reigns. I've decided to put Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw mainly because they are pushing him as the big dog, the man in the company. And also, SmackDown in this draft, I'm sorry, it's going to be my little baby. So I'm really pampering SmackDown to what I want it to be, since I'm more of a fan of SmackDown. So I don't want Roman Reigns anywhere near my baby. So that's the big reason Roman Reigns is on Monday Night Raw in the draft. And ladies and gentlemen, for the number 1 pick, the number 1 spot, the number 1 draft pick for Tuesday Night SmackDown, we have, his name is John Cena. Yes, everybody, it's true, I have John Cena over on the blue brand. Because what's better than to have a veteran plus rising stars? Because that just equals someone to put them over. Which John Cena is the perfect person to do this. He is a franchise player. He is the man that's going to put over the young stars over on the blue brand, where almost every young star breaks through. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, that's where they got their break, and it took superstars kind of like John Cena to put them over on the blue brand and to get them to that next level into that main event status in the WWE. The number 2 draft pick here on Monday Night Raw is none other than a lunatic. He is the lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose. Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to point out that at this point in the video, you're going to notice that the board has changed. I kind of changed it up a bit. I changed it from 10 superstars to 5 superstars for each brand, and only 1 NXT call-up and 3 women. I just wanted to clear that up so you're not wondering, oh, the board's changed. That's why. So without further ado, let's go back to the draft. I've decided to put Dean Ambrose on Monday Night Raw because he just has the star power that the Monday Nights need. Monday Nights needs to go back to just not knowing what's going to happen. And you get that with none other than the lunatic Dean Ambrose, where basically anything goes at any time when Dean Ambrose is in the building. So that's why he is on Monday Night Raw at the number 2 draft spot. Coming in at number 2 here on SmackDown, we have the man that is set out to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim Seth Rollins. The reason I chose Seth Rollins at number 2 to be on SmackDown on Tuesday nights is because I thought when I was looking at SmackDown, when I was looking at this brand that I wanted to create, I knew that it would take an architect to make this the best brand in sports entertainment. So therefore, with an architect comes Seth Rollins. And guys, that is the biggest reason why I would ever have Seth Rollins on SmackDown. That, and also because he is one of the best damn wrestlers in the business today, and he can have some rivalries on Tuesday nights on SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 3 for Monday Night Raw, we have the prize fighter, Kevin Owens. I chose Kevin Owens to be number 3 on Monday Night Raw because he is just a man that puts his body on the line week in and week out to provide a better match for us fans. And for that we thank him, and that's why we had gave him the number 3 spot here in the WWE 2016 draft. Coming in at number 3 here on SmackDown, we have the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. I chose AJ Styles to be number 3 on SmackDown because he's a guy like Kevin Owens. He can be put in any match, and in a snap of a finger, he can make it a 5-star instant classic. And that's why I want him on SmackDown, because he'll have a chance to really break through his show and just really have time to live and thrive in the WWE and be able to develop his character, have time just to really shine. And that's what AJ Styles does best. He's phenomenal, and he's going to shine on Tuesday nights. Coming in at number 4 for Monday Night Raw, we have a team that is made up of certified G's and bona fide studs, and they are definitely not soft. Enzo and Cass. The reason I put Enzo and Cass on the Monday Night Raw flagship show for WWE is because they just bring a whole different uniqueness to the table. Because who else is certified G's and bona fide studs in WWE? Yeah, you ain't gonna find anyone else besides Enzo and Cass. Because, see, they come to the ring kind of like the New Age Outlaws, and that's what it reminds me of every single time. And I need a team on Monday Night Raw that's gonna get the crowd chanting every word that they say back to them. SAWFT, and like everything Enzo Amore says, everyone says right back, or says it as he says it because everyone memorized it. I just think it's such a perfect team to have on Monday Night Raw. Coming in at number 4 for SmackDown, we have number 3's best buddies, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, The Club. The reason I put The Club on SmackDown is simply because why have AJ Styles and not have the rest of the club with him? Because that entire group, like, I am such a fanboy, I'm not gonna lie, because the club is like my favorite thing going on in WWE right now. I don't know why, that's just my personal preference. I just think it's like the greatest stuff I've seen in a while. Because there's just a whole other level of intrigue now that AJ Styles is in the WWE, and then he's got Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, and buddies from New Japan that have his back here in WWE, and just the whole group, the club, it kind of reminds me of the Shield in a way. Not like really, but like just the fact that like they're 3 guys that legitimately look like they'll just go out and kick your ass. And that's what I love about the club, and that's why I kept him with AJ Styles. So that's number 4, the club. Coming in at number 5 for Monday Night Raw, we have the Great White. The man who's been in WWE since 2010 and won the WWE Championship in his first year. Coming in at number 5, we have the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. Sheamus is on Monday Night Raw because Sheamus is at that point in his career where he is now a seasoned veteran in the WWE, and at which point now he can be a very huge essential part of the show in the fact that he can put over Enzo and Cass, he can put over Kevin Owens, he can put over Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, because he's been there longer than all of them, and he has proven himself in WWE as a main event star, going on to have matches with Randy Orton, John Cena, all of the main event status superstars. So Sheamus is now becoming a superstar, kind of like Cena now, where he's used as a stepping stool to put over younger talent to make them the future and the next main event stars for the company. And coming in at number 5 for Tuesday Night SmackDown, we have the Viper, Randy Orton. I chose Randy Orton to be on SmackDown for kind of like the same reason I chose Sheamus. Randy Orton is a veteran. He has been in the company for years upon years. He is the youngest World Heavyweight Champion in the company's history. This man has a lot of history in the WWE, and he is a man that could put over young talent, like on SmackDown, Seth Rollins. He could put over AJ Styles. He could put over The Club. And also with John Cena on top of that in a main event, like matchup. Like, think about that. Randy Orton versus John Cena rivalry one more time. I mean, I would watch it. Don't get me wrong, I would watch that. And Randy Orton's at that point now where he can put over younger talent, and it's just a very vital role in putting a show together, and that's why he's number 5 on SmackDown. It is now time for the women's portion of the draft, and no offense to any females out there or any women out there. I am not trying to offend anyone by doing this, but for the sake of it not being a 30-minute video, I'm going to just name all 3 women for each Raw and SmackDown individually, and not do every single female wrestler individually. And that is just something that I just came up with because I don't want this video to be too long, and I thought that that would be the best way to get that done. So my apologies if that offended anyone. Without further ado, for Monday Night Raw, for the women, we have Charlotte, we have Paige, and we have Carmella. To start off, I'm going to go right down the line here. We got Carmella, and I thought, what better way than to have the fabulous diva of NXT with Enzo and Cass, because she is, again, the most fabulous diva in all of NXT, or the most fabulous woman in NXT, is now going to be the most fabulous woman on Monday Night Raw when she is now paired up with Enzo and Cass, the team that she was with for the better part of their entire NXT career until Enzo and Cass got the bump up to the main roster. And now for Charlotte. Charlotte has flair in her bloodline. So she just has like a charisma about her. It's just something about Charlotte where it's like when you see her, she's something. Like you can just see her and be like, she's going places. Because Charlotte is just that good in the ring. She's a very technical wrestler and is just very gifted and very good at what she does. And that's why I wanted her to be displayed on Monday Night Raw. And finally we have Paige, a female wrestler that's been wrestling since she was 14. I know, can you believe that? 14. I wish I could be wrestling right now, and I'm like 16, and she was wrestling when she was 14. I'm jealous, Paige. I'm very jealous. But anyway, with all that time in the ring comes a lot of experience, and I think that's what Monday Night Raw needs. And for the women's division on SmackDown, we have none other than Sasha Banks, the Boss, Straight Fire, Becky Lynch, and everyone's favorite, the Hugger, Bayley. And everybody, we're going to go straight down the line. Here we go. We got Bayley as the number 1 women's draft pick for SmackDown. And I'll tell you, Bayley is one mother hugger because she is just one of my favorites. I love her to death. Down in NXT, I've been wanting her to get called up for so long now. I love Bayley. Love her, love her, love her. I want her up on the main roster. Get her drafted number 1 in SmackDown in your women's division. Like, you need her. Do it. Please. But that's why she's number 1 in mine, because I just love her so much. She's so good at what she does, and she can just make anyone happy. And no matter what mood you're in, she will make you happy. For Sasha Banks, I needed a boss on SmackDown. Someone to run the place, because we need another women's championship picture in SmackDown, and she is the one that's going to lead the charge. We need someone to run the place. We need a boss, and Sasha Banks can fill that position. And then finally we have Becky Lynch. Last but not least, Becky Lynch again is another one of my favorites in the WWE right now for the women's division. And Becky Lynch is just straight fire. She is just incredible at what she does. She's been wrestling for years. She trained in Ireland. And plus I kind of love her a bit more because she's Irish. Because I'm Irish too, so love her. But anyway guys, that has been the women's division for Raw and SmackDown. And now we are at the final portion of our draft where we are going to announce who is going to get called up from NXT to Monday Night Raw and to Tuesday Night SmackDown. So the number 1 call-up and the only call-up for Monday Night Raw from NXT is Shinsuke Nakamura. I have chosen Shinsuke Nakamura for Monday Night Raw because Monday Night Raw is going to be a hard-hitting show. And that's why we need the king of strong style to be on Monday nights. Because Shinsuke Nakamura can provide those hard-hitting matches with his strong style techniques from over in Japan. It would just make every match that much better and that much more clean and just beautiful. It's like, and it might sound terrible that I'm saying that like a guy with vicious strikes can make something beautiful, but that's really what it is. It's like an artwork in the ring when Shinsuke's in there with anyone, and true magic happens whenever he's in the ring. Kind of like that night in Dallas with Sami Zayn. And finally, the NXT call-up for Tuesday Night SmackDown is none other than the Demon, Finn Balor. I chose Finn Balor to be on SmackDown because I believe he is a star that deserves to be on the main roster. He's deserved it because I have loved Finn Balor ever since I saw him in NXT. And this is a guy that worked and worked and worked and worked and finally got to where he wanted to be. And I think he deserves to be on SmackDown. I think he deserves to be a world champion in SmackDown. Please, God, let that happen. Because that would be amazing. Like, imagine Finn Balor as the World Heavyweight Championship. Not the new WWE Championship, but the classic World Heavyweight title. Actually, one second. You wait right here. You wait right here. Like, what if you just saw Finn Balor right here? Like, right here. Finn Balor's just standing with this here world title. Imagine that. Finn Balor holding this World Championship. That would be amazing. And yes, this is like a Jack's toy from a while ago, a long time ago when I was little. But anyway, guys, imagine that. Finn Balor being the World Heavyweight Champion. That would just be the greatest thing ever. So, and I think he would definitely deserve it on Tuesday Night SmackDown. I would just like to thank everyone for watching my video. It means the world to me that you guys hopefully sat through this entire thing. And again, I do apologize for the whole fiasco with the women's division. I did not mean to offend anyone. I just didn't want this video to be 30 minutes. And again, if I offended anyone, I am truly sorry for that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Ryan from PW Classic, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I worked super hard on it. And I will see you all in the very next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and stay awesome, you guys.